What's going on, peeps? Chris back on your fucking screens again. How are you getting on? What a beautiful day. It's 21 degrees in Ireland. And you all know if you're in Ireland, you multiply that number by 2 because we can't handle the heat there. So it's actually 40 degrees, 42 degrees to be specific. So we have a little bit of content to film today. I am going into Apollo because one of my affiliates is working with them in the health and recovery center. So Thomas the Kid O'Toole, shout fucking going out, that man. He hopped on board Break Free a while ago, and one of my mates from college, you know, I reckon he's gonna run to the top, man. He's got that work ethic and seems to be knocking fiends dead. So we're gonna do a little bit of filming with him and get a little session in. Now I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna film the session because I do have a fairly intense, I do have a fairly intense lower body session today. We've moved into another phase of training. I'll explain that later on or in a different video. I'll go a little bit in depth in that one. So we have a lower half today, anterior, so front of the body. We got a lot of quads on today, so we are moving and grooving. So I have to go and close my front door because fuck's sake, if it's not my back gate, it's my front door left open, and catch up with Thomas the Kid in a couple of seconds.
Chris is going to be taking a picture behind you, and then picture or video? No, I'll see a picture on it.
Do you know, I just had to cop in here. Do you see this little thing on the wall here?
Yeah.
Do you know, if you ever go into a girl's apartment,
everyone has,
like a student, like an absolute fucking, we won't name the name, what it is.
Girls in girls' houses, yeah.
You know the type of lady that owns that, like.
Oh yeah, and she'll tell you she knows all about you because you're star sign.
Yeah. And fucking Aries and a half drug addict, like.
I'd say, does the white look good, or will I give him my black jumper?
Oh, that looks good.
The white is very peaceful.
Yeah, give them that fucking glow. So what am I looking to do? Just take a picture?
Yeah, I didn't go closer.
Hippie flipping with Benny.
Oh, and the camera looks sick as well.
It does look sick. We're trying to get it all in the frame though. Oh man, you look like you take so much fucking drugs.
Brilliant.
Ah, look at this pussy, yeah? How are you, buddy? Good?
All good, all good.
How you been, man? Looking sharp, like. Looking sharp, man.
Roughly.
Oh. The Kid O'Toole, get that.
If I could wake up 82 the day before the weigh-in.
Spend it for that day.
Even the day of the weigh-in, not 82, but if I woke up the Friday morning at 9 o'clock and I had 2-3 kilos to lose, 4 hours, give it time.
You'd manage that, yeah?
Go fucking, you just sweat it on.
Go for it.
You kill it because you know, okay, 4 hours time, it's over, so you just kind of, you just take it.
Yeah.
It's not great, but I can't make 79 naturally.
Yeah.
I couldn't get my body down.
Yeah. You have to. You could.
I was doing that kind of routine.
You have to, like 6-7 months of trying to taper the calories. Makes sense. And in terms, you're feeling good, feeling healthy now, because I know you don't walk around normally at 84, like, or 85.
No, I'm actually, I'm the lightest I've been before COVID.
Savage. And you're bopping and fucking around the place, no bother, yeah?
Yeah, I'm feeling very good, man. Yeah, like I'm part.
Alright, boys, so we'll do what we're supposed to do. Sorry, I'm sucking back a meal. I always fucking forget to bring my meals. I prepare the meals, yeah, but I'll never follow through and actually put the meals, the pre-made meals, into my bag, leaving me stranded out here looking for protein, going catabolic. The struggles of a skinny boy, man. That's all it is, man. You have to dodge catabolic like a fucking plague. So checked in with Thomas O'Toole. He's fighting in 2 weeks. Best luck to that champ right there. Big things to come for that kid, or should I say the kid. And we're about to go in here now into Galway City Gym. Pan that over there. What are we left with? Are we in the shot? Boom, right there. Oh, we're going in there to train a client. And then we're going to do a lower body session. We've got lower body with a quad focus, or an anterior focus to make it sound even cooler. But you know, we will do a bit of posterior in there with the glutes and all that shit. But that's really about it. So if we do manage to catch a session, savage. If not, that is gonna do today for now, and we'll catch up again later on. And it's later on in the video. So you would have heard me say that I was going to explain my new program a little bit more in detail. And basically, so what it is we're going for an upper lower split, which I've never really done before because I've always strayed away from, you know, the higher volume but the less focused volume. You know, I always like chasing the pump with the push pull legs. And even prior to push pull legs I always look wide as fuck, man. Need to hop on a tan or something. And basically prior to the push pull legs, because I basically been doing that for like fucking 4 years more or less, I just find it absolutely peak. And before that, then there was like the obvious fucking bro chest on Mondays, legs on Tuesdays, whenever they fucking happened. I was sick that day. I'm paying for me sins now though, so look, it all comes around. But with the upper lower, or I'll even take it back, with the push pull legs, I was training every muscle group twice a week, and it was good volume. I was doing 6 days a week, 1 rest day, and it was working. It's good, I like the volume, but I definitely think I want to increase the volume. And you know, I was looking at some of these people doing 5 full bodies a week, and while I really like the idea of training every muscle 5 times a week but just with lack of volume and more consistency, I just don't know. I don't really fucking fancy doing full bodies as of now, and since I make all my own programs, look, I get to choose. So while I really, you know, want to see the benefits after a 12-week phase of full bodies, I just don't like the idea of training like that, at least right now. I like going in now and like hammering out a fucking savage just focus day or whatever body part it is. But we're gonna have to sacrifice that in some capacity, because I'm not going back to a bro split training, you know, focus on a body type once a day, but you're only training the muscle once a week. So that's not gonna work. I just think the upper lower is going to be the only answer to my question. So upper lower with the idea of training every muscle in the body 3 times a week. And I know you sacrifice some overall intensity there with the workouts just from bouncing between different body parts, but I think it's the stimulus I'm going to be looking for. So that's the plan anyway. We're going to go for 6 sessions a week still. And we're gonna go upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower. And you might have heard me talk about there in the car with an anterior focus, posterior focus. So with the upper body, that makes sense. The lower body, not really. Well, like it does make sense on the lower body, but not necessarily, because I mean, you've only got 1 muscle on the front of your leg. So it'd be a quad focus sessions versus a, you know, posterior focus sessions on the lower half. And even with that, you know, any sort of quad like squats, anything like that, your glutes are firing like mad anyway, so it's, you know, it's not an anterior focus session either. So with the upper body, it won't be a push-pull split. I think it'll be a anterior posterior, because with the anterior posterior you get to train a push and pull muscle at the same day. So now you're actually, you know, increasing the load quite a bit more. So rather than the theory behind push-pull legs to, you know, on push you train your triceps, chest and shoulders, you're pushing muscles, so that when you're doing your pulling muscles the following day, your back and biceps, they're not interfering. So technically one is resting while the other one is working. Now there's some logic to that, but not necessarily, because your triceps and shit are still going to be firing to some capacity. Like, so with the anterior and the posterior, to anyone who doesn't know what that is, anterior is the front and posterior is the back. So why I would split that up like that is because since I've been doing a push-pull legs for so long, aka pairing the triceps with the chest and the back with the biceps, you know, as their, you know, their fucking sister fucking muscle groups, the idea now is, so with the anterior posterior, with my chest I'll also be training my bicep, because that's on the front, so I'll be pairing them off together. And then same again with my back, I'll be also training my posterior delt and my tricep as well. So it just, you know, it just changes the stimulus enough for me to, look, obviously still do the same shit I like doing, moving heavy shit, but it changes the stimulus enough for hopefully to send some fucking muscle building signals up to the brain, or from the brain back down to the muscles, to then get the muscle to fucking grow a couple inches. couple inches. And that's the logic behind that. I won't go through exercises and all that because look, we all have our own fucking exercises and there isn't one best exercise. I don't give a fuck what you say. So I want to say thank you very much. We're starting to creep up on the old subs, and like I said previously before, I actually don't give a fuck about hitting 250 or whatever the case may be. Is if I can get some solid people to follow me along, that's a fucking win right there. You know, build a little community, because there isn't, you know, I'm not going to be able to have a load of people like me and fucking, you know, watch these videos, because if there was a load of people like us, man, it'd be a fucking sellout, man. Whack. Much love for the support. We'll go again later on. Good luck.
When my friends go, it was simple. When the ends low, switch the tempo. I got right, I got heart, I won't die, I'ma fight. I go down, bet I strike. I go hard day and night, yeah. I go hard day and night. 1 to 1, no surprise. See the hate in their eyes. My brothers blood money bleed. I got the game in the squeeze. What would you do for some green?